So are you saying that for some of the musicians that we know that have literally picked up the full sound of a secular song and they've remixed it to sing a gospel song, are you saying that it's bad?
Hello and welcome to the third podcast. My name is Success and I have got three beautiful guests with me on today's episode. This is a third podcast where faith and fun meets intriguing conversations, and we talk about faith and everything, lifestyle and what's going on in the church, as well as how we as believers can, express ourselves better in every facet of our lives. And I've got these three amazing speakers with me here today, and I'll start with my near left, and I've got Minister Faith. Welcome. Thank you. So she is Faith Osing. She is a gospel artist and a powerful worship leader. So she is someone who has this ministry of restoration. Career-wise, she is a psychologist. She's very passionate about uniquely blending faith as well as mental wellness to sort of get a wholesome person. And she's also someone very passionate about youth choir mentorship. She is also very passionate about helping young people uncover their talents and, most importantly, trying to build confidence in what they're doing. So welcome, and
thank you.
Nice to have you here. And I've got to her next left, John. So I guess you're looking for an all-rounder. That's the mark for the job. So yeah, John is by profession, he's a tech person, has over 7 years of experience. He's someone that loves creative learning, continuous learning, innovation, and most importantly, beyond tech, he has this great, profound love for God, likes to be purpose-driven, and someone who sort of loves to see how different facets of life connect, because he has interest in tech, creativity, health, leisure, family, faith, and the people you meet along the way. And you're laughing, am I? Yeah, that is John. Someone that loves growth and excellence, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
And also I have got Tochi, and Tochi is a production controller. What a tech thing. Production controller, and he's also someone that loves to have interesting conversations like what we're going to talk about. He's someone who is also very committed to his love for God. He is a drummer. He is also very interested in sport and also sort of like an all-rounder. So it's really, really nice to have you here as well, Tochi. Thank you very much. And they're beautiful once again. So these guests are going to do justice to all that we have to talk about today. So sit tight and be ready. The topic of today is looking at the new generation of kingdom influencers. And the question is talent enough? And I know that there's no yes or no response to that, but I guess by the time we're done, we'll sort of come to, we might have a conclusion, hopefully, otherwise some other time. But I'll start off with Minister Faith. And before we start, I'd like to say something. So we're a group of people here who, we love God, there's no doubt about that. We're committed in church, but we're not perfect. So we don't have to give the answer we think people want to hear. It's the answer. Yes, the answer you think people want to hear or what is supposed to be right. It should be your experience, and so people can learn from that experience as well.
Yeah.
So I'll start with Minister Faith. Okay. And so my first question to you is, as a minister, as a music minister, have you ever caught yourself, I mean, you have the talent, so there's no doubt about that, but have you ever caught yourself in a situation where you care, like you found yourself caring more about what people or how people responded to your ministration more than the actual ministration?
Yes. In fact, every day, as long as I'm doing ministration. And the reason why I said yes and every day is because as a music minister, you're not going to oppose that fact that some people would go in line with your kind of music and other people might oppose it. It's not just in gospel music, it happens also in the secular world. There are some people that are very into Afrobeat, and some people are also into reggae and all that. So everyone must not like your kind or genre of music. But one thing I always keep in mind is I have to be conscious, and is it in line with what I want my listeners to stream, or what I want people to familiarize themselves with, and also is it lining with the day-to-day. If you're, for example, if you're releasing a song or an album and all that, and you're into faith or you're into healing, is it in line with what people are trusting or believing God? If not just trusting and believing God, is the song also reaching or healing them in the aspect of them trusting God for their healing or trusting God for breakthrough? So you have to be conscious about what you're giving audition out to your audience, but not everyone will like your kind of music.
Okay, perfect. And but yeah, from another angle, in terms of music,
Yeah.
I know this has been a discourse generally that we might have said. Do you think there should be a kind of music in church, like the style, the genre, the style, the beat? What you think about?
I would say yes and no. It's funny because I would say no. It depends on the let me say it depends on the team. For example, those of us in church, we have different team for the month and for the Sunday, or whatever team we are going to be teaching on that Sunday. So if the team is talking about healing and you are coming to sing about a song that has absolutely nothing to do about healing, it takes the grace of God for your audience to flow. And if someone has seen the team for maybe the previous week, that this is what we are going to be teaching next Sunday, healing, and they are prepared, God's servant has already instructed people, come with your holy oil or anointing oil. We're going to be anointing you after the service. And someone just comes there and they're singing something absolutely different from healing. It takes the grace of God for some people to align with that kind of music. So that's why I said no. But I said yes because it's also the mindset. If it depends on the individual too. Some people will come to church with the right mindset. Some people also come to church with heaviness, and they just feel like whatever you're doing there, whatever you're singing, whatever you're saying, is none of their business. They just want to go back home, watch Netflix, and get on with it. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So, Spuchi, a musician, an instrumentalist. So, on this same music discourse, now, again, as we've said, the talent is there. It's now about, does it all rest on talent, or is there more? Now, in terms of music as well, you know those beats that you would hear that you know they originate from church. Now, I think that's where my question is coming from. Do you think they should not be infused?
I know what you mean. Talking about the beats is a different thing. Now, talking about music in general is a different thing, because music is owned by God. I mean, God, people should sing praises to God and all that. So music is owned by God. So people have converted some aspect of music to make it sound unglorifying to God. Now, talking about the beats, what I think is you mean is that, for example, if there's a beat that has been used already for, let's say, a secular song.
That was the first, but let's say first place where it was used, or such that when people hear it,
for such sounds, they should not be in the church. Yeah, for any beat that has a different perspective or a different sort of type of lyrics that's been used in another setting, it should not be used in the house of God. But talking about music still, I think any type of music can be used to glorify God. Yeah, I have friends that don't like Afro gospel because they think Afro gospel is Afro beat. They're like, no. Afro gospel, I mean, can use that beat to glorify God. So I think every genre of music, reggae, Afro beats, worship, praise, rap, whatever one, you can use it to glorify God. But the lyrics has to matter. The message is passing across.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason why I mean, when you talked about sound or the beats so are you saying that for some of the musicians that we know that have literally picked up the full sound of a secular song and they've remixed it to sing a gospel song, are you saying that it's bad or it's not right?
Well, if I've heard that secular song, right, with that beat, and then you sing a Christian lyrics on that same beat, my mind still goes
Process to that beat.
So I'm confusing the same beat with different lyrics, and I don't know if I'm vibing to.
Yeah, so the question is the mindset wrong for trying to, because for example, I am saying that ABC, right? That was the initial thing. And I'm coming back and I'm turning it to CBA. Do you understand? Now, it's the same beat, it's the same thing, but I'm dropping a different lyric on it. Now, when I'm singing it, or the person that remixed it is singing it with the lyrics that actually glorify God. Do you understand?
Like I said,
So what?
if this beats, not the beat pattern, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
This particular instrumental has been used for another thing that is not glorifying God. It should not be, that same instrumental should not be used in a church setting.
What was the intention of that person to even play such beats? Do you understand? Yeah, go on.
That leads me to the second question, which is how do you then deal with that pressure? Because I mean, we all know that during the week, out in various forms of life, different things, we see different things and all of that. And sometimes some people who may not be up to that maturity yet, they see church as a, will I say, Christian club. Like, so they don't want to club.
Yeah, but they want to,
They want to,
they want to come and,
but they want to sort of experience that same. So how do you deal with that pressure when it's like you're not meeting up to what's involved?
What the condition is? Well, like I said, you can use every genre of music to glorify God, right? So if it's Afro beats, the person in quote, this is a case study, the person in quote enjoys most. There are also beats in that similar way that you can use and voice up to God. I mean, there's different types of production, and they'll produce something that is nice that they can use if that's the feel they want. But most times, it's not about the feel. I mean, when it comes to the house of God, it's what God wants, and it's what, how we can access to you.
Yeah.
sorry, I'm still going to, because I'm trying to understand, right? So we're talking about music, right? And we're talking about the origination of something.
Yeah.
Now, there are some, I'm bringing this one now, dances that are originated secularly, or, I mean, you know the person that brought it is a secular person. And you see these people tearing that step in church. Are they wrong? Because at the end, right, they are still
And
trying
don't
to
stop them to dance.
Yes, I mean, they are really dancing.
Yeah.
But I don't think at that point, do you understand? You're not thinking about how this dance is glorifying someone else. They're just dancing because that's what they can relate to in terms of dance. Okay, do you know any Christian dance that is relatable for you to dance in church? Well, very few. Do you understand? So when you're thinking about dance, the first thing that comes to your mind is you're looking at the TV and you see somebody dancing, maybe leg walk or something. You're just trying to recreate it. You are not even dancing it properly, but you know that that's what is in your head. And the same thing, you might be different because when it comes, you have the understanding. And for some of these instrumentalists, when they are doing their whatever, when it comes to interlude, the first thing that comes to mind, I mean, they're just trying to.
Or they just use one Tom and Jerry.
We will say that they are wrong for chipping in those things to just give one kind of vibe to the church.
For this other question, I can answer.
Okay.
Right? If you copy an instrumentation from that place, it's not right.
It's not right. Good.
It's like, it's not right, really. And God has given us the mind to be able to create a billion interludes or intros or whatever. But copy and pasting from a secular music in church, the people listening, the congregation will know
Yeah, they know. And
And so it's
Yeah.
I second that.
Yes. 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 Yes.
They will.
I mean, I can remember there was a time that I'm not going to mention his name, but there was a time one of the Nigerian musicians came to church to come and give testimony in one of our major churches, and immediately climbed the altar to share his testimony. The church was like, as in, everybody was shouting, and I'm like, so who are we deceiving? Do you understand? Because what is being projected, or what is being, the assumption is that most people don't listen to secular music, or
But
most
they
people don't watch secular musicians. But how do you recognize this guy? How are you so hyped that is on the church altar? Do you understand? So let's tell ourselves the truth, honestly.
That's
Yeah,
why
in
we're
as-
here. That's why we're here.
Not on music. I'm going to go to John now.
Okay.
So there's this notion, and I don't know, like,
Okay.
I'm 50% into that.
Okay.
So there's this notion that guys in media or tech only, they come to church to only care about lights, camera, and sound. Whatever is going on. And nobody questions it because they're good.
Yeah.
How was it? But whatever is going on, it's not their problem.
Yeah.
And then they appear, there's a laxity that just because they are good at what they
Do.
in terms of the service, but aside that, it's like that's all. So how, or what do you have to say about that?
Okay, so first thing I would say is that there's a very thin line between remembering the first reason why you are serving, because it's a service at the end.
Yeah.
So most times, I'm going to speak based off on the knowledge I have. A lot of times, technical media, all of these guys, they are being, and it's not their fault. It's not the church's fault as well. They are being glorified. They are being praised. They are giving some kind of accolade, and it kind of gets to some people's heads.
Yeah.
And they begin to think, if I am not here, these people will not be able to survive. That's why you go to some churches and you see maybe head of media unit or head of tech unit, or even just a normal media unit unit member. They're working with so much pride. They are carrying camera. Like you can't stand on the same ground that I'm standing, because what I'm doing you can never do.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It is, honestly speaking, that's how some people feel. But there is a place of, you have to remember that this is a service to God. Sometimes we used to discuss it in the church. As a media unit member, we try as much as possible to keep a timetable that would allow you to serve and also partake in the service, because it's very easy for you to get lost. From the beginning of the service, you're just everywhere. Light is this one is not working, sound is not working. You're not even listening to what they are saying, but you just want to hear that the sound is crisp. You understand? This guy is not taking pictures, videos are not being taken, content is not being done. Before service has ended, and after service, you are not still even done. You will still create content after the service. So when people see you, pushing out those content, they'll be like, brother something, sister something, you people are doing well. We're like, nice one. We'll go again next Sunday. But you don't even know, what they've been preaching in church for the past.
It's possible to step and not be good.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a simple thing. Most times, some Sundays I know that it's going to be very busy. I listen to the preaching from before I even get to church, because I know it's possible that I'm not going to be listening to what pastor is saying during the word, because I'm somewhere else doing something else. And honestly, it's very easy to get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's it's more prone from your angle because it's literally, I mean, for choir, for example, there are times of singing. There are times where you are
Just Satan listening.
but yours is the entire service and beyond before. So it's
Definitely.
very, very easy to, and I think that's where the stereotype comes from, that people, that do this, media technical, that there are some more spiritual service compared to others. I remember when, at the time when I was in uni, it's like anybody that was in prayer, something, evangelism, this one's like serious Christian.
Yeah.
Then the ones in drama, the ones in, this one's
On serious.
Guess what? And it's now so bad that most of the guys that have these skills or this talent to actually do those things, there is this stereotype that comes with even their appearances. You see, somebody is wearing a ring. I mean, something that is meant to be normal. You'll be like, that's how they are.
That's how they are.
That's how they are. And some people don't actually help because they actually act in the way that has been, stereotyped. Do you understand? Like, you're not being polite, you're not being nice to people, you just frown your face, do your work, and you're like, I've already done. I don't care about it. You understand? So it's very bad when everyone is categorized under that same umbrella. But from my own point of view, it's not like that. It's not the way everyone has put it. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll hold that. I'll reduce my stereotypes.
Please, reduce it to like 30%.
If the spirit of stereotypes, I'll put back.
Okay.
So, I know that that there's this stereotype for instrumental. I know that you no, there's a strong stereotype, and I mean, for yourself, for example, who you're single, am I correct? So for yourself who is like single, and I mean, you're out there, there's that stereotype of ladies man, drummer, you're seen, you're visible. How do you deal with? You have to tell us an experience, because I knew that there's an experience.
This man.
Of course.
Of course. You have to tell me about an experience that you have, you've had firsthand, how you've had to, deal with that attention that you would receive. And maybe have you learned something?
Or that is still receiving.
Still receiving.
Oh yeah. I'm not single, actually. I'm in a relationship. Yeah.
Nice.
But there's been times when drummers, or myself, like you said, I know I've been faced with people people making massive fronts. You're an instrumentalist. They find it cool. That you're instrumentalist and that. So people make moves of you. Yeah, that happens. But I think in the long run, the best thing of what I've done is just to let them know that this is why you're up to. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm not single, and if you're doing anything, it probably not lead to anywhere. And I mean, I come to church, I worship God. So if you are fine with that, with being friends, that was okay. Like, just perfect. Like that, yeah. Understanding that we come to serve God.
You didn't know.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
So they don't press.
No, I'm saying this because I'm saying because you can know that you're in a relationship. They can also know that you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
But they might also.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
No, that's true. That happens.
I mean, it's just
So how do you put a
relationship.
stop
All of
to
us
it?
can be in relationship.
Yeah, it's a relationship. How do you put a stop to it? Because relationship is not marriage. How do you not put a stop to that?
Like I said, you tell them, you let them know, you make it obvious, clear as that this is what you're up to. What do you want from me and stuff like that. If it's a healthy relationship, you can carry on. If it's something one-sided, you need to wave it off.
How have you
Waved it.
The same communication. Like, we're all mature, so when somebody is typing to you in a different way.
That's the way John
I
is.
wanted to say I'm not mature.
That's the way John is going on with him.
The intention of somebody else, the opposite person.
like it?
You know what they want, the intention of what they want, why you want to be friends with them and stuff. If it's not aligned with what you want. Like I said before, it's a personal decision.
Yeah.
Like you know yourself, you know what you want from church, what you want from God. So they'll always be front, to be honest. I mean, you're an instrumentalist and stuff like that. So people always make moves at you and stuff like that. But if you make it clear who you are and what you want, and the other person understands it, that's okay. Then if not, that's when you can use avoidance or other strategies to persuade them off. Yeah.
Okay. I'll leave. I'll go back to Vic. So do you think all workers are held to the same standard in church? Or do you think there are some that are more favored than the other? Do you think there are some units or talents that are more appreciated than others?
I think so, yeah, because at the end of the day, we are all humans. So people actually value according to the relevance you're putting in or giving in church, at work, at any settings at all. So I think the higher your relevance is, the more valued you will be placed. So it's not like to say the church is favoritizing this particular unit to this other unit, but honestly speaking, I think it happens, and it's because probably they feel like that unit or that team is giving more of their time, more of their commitment, more of their service than the other units. That doesn't mean other units are not working. Yeah.
But John, is it always a thing of relevance? Or is it just what we are programmed to see as important? Because, for example, if we go back to, I'm a choir lead, so if you go back to choir, for example, you always want to have instruments in your service.
Yeah.
And these instrumentalists would never wear uniform.
Yeah.
So in that situation where you just let it be because you feel the importance to have that, is that being held to the same standard?
I feel that the simple answer to that is, at the end, my pastor told me that I should stop saying we are all humans. You know why? Because there is this belief that we all have, and she rightfully said, it's not about a church thing, it's about a general thing. So when somebody gives you more value, or when somebody does something that you cannot just get anywhere, you give more value to that person.
Yeah.
Is how wealthy people or how rich people will say they want to buy, is it premium or one of an item?
Yeah.
They'll go and bid for it because they don't want any other person to have that.
Yeah.
They should be the only one to. Yeah. So it's the same thing that happens in the church. So, for example, Tochi sometimes he decides that he wants to, because he has a dress. If it's something that we need to buy, or we need to go out of his way to get the dress code for that week, you would rather maybe not even drop that day.
Yeah.
Or, do you understand? I cannot, do you understand? But again, if Tochi comes and he says, oh, I can drum, but I don't have the clothes. Don't worry, just go. Do you understand? Because how many drummers do we have?
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Especially in this UK.
You said you get somebody that is already doing the service. You're now saying that because of dress or dress code, you don't want to align.
But we don't hold that same for the...
That is what I'm...
And the singers.
I am getting there. Now, it's very easy for someone else to be a good singer. And the person in his or her mind are meant to be singing every day. But I mean, you have somebody that is ready that can open mouth and just, voice out some things.
Yeah.
Let us push this person. Again, let me bring it home to like media technical. If technical unit or media unit carry something like a proposal to church and say, oh, please, we need so and so. And let me use choir as an example. We need so and so. What do you think they will answer first? I tell you that the reason why I'm doing my own is for us to push the church out there.
It's technical.
Do you understand? Value.
Yeah. Obviously.
No matter how much you want to sing,
Yeah.
until people come to the church or they see you online, they will not, do you understand? They will not witness you. But we can push you. Do you understand? That is the place of value. So,
I think it's a bit gray. Like, I think it's a bit of a gray area, to be honest, because that's why I said sometimes the things we value might be a bit different.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we also talk about raising next generation, generation. And sometimes I do think that we are also a bit restrictive to where people can be. So I think I'll start, because this is something that will go around, because we're all in different places.
Yeah.
I'll start with Twitchy. Now, sometimes going into the choir, say I cannot drum, or I don't know anything about it, or I can't hold a tune.
Okay. That's a singer.
Yeah. Singer, anyone, music. I sing in.
So I cannot follow.
I can't follow it, but I want to be there. Do you believe? Because I've seen where people say, if you can't sing, don't join the choir. But some people just want to be there. So do you believe people like that should come into the choir?
All right. Good question.
There should be a rule for people like that. But if it's not...
As it back.
So like, being in the choir, right, or singing generally, there needs to be perfection in it. You have to be like trained and know what you're doing before you can be able to hold the microphone. So if someone has that zeal, which is very good,
and you always call for it, they are coming.
Yeah, I mean, in my church, I have people like that want to sing. No, but like not that bad. Sorry, excuse me. But like I want to sing and stuff, but they're not there yet. So it's an easy thing. You have to get trained or good enough to be able to be in the front.
I didn't really have avenues for that.
So there are avenues for training, yeah, and there should be more avenues for training and developing younger talents. In my church, generally in Christendom as a whole, there's a lot of talents in Christendom, and they're all going outside. So for someone that wants to be in a choir and doesn't know what alto or tenor sounds like, the person definitely has to get trained.
Yes.
Has to get trained, nurtured, matured, to know how to hold the key, how to stay on tempo and stuff like that.
Has that?
No, honestly.
Some choirs, I'm sorry to end it. Some choirs do have training for such people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just it.
Just to add to what you're saying, I mean, it boils down to the individuals themselves. Yes, there should be that process that helps them grow. Because, for example, let me use our church again as a case study. There have been some people that, when I recently joined the church, you cannot see them holding mic in front. They are always at the back, but they were consistent. They were coming for most of the rehearsals, the trainings that they were doing. And now, maybe it can be 1 year, it can be 2 years, it can be 10 years, but one day, now some of them are holding mic in front and are singing. Do you understand? So is that process. Now, is it a structured process now? That should be the question.
That should be the question.
Because you don't have regular time to say, oh, this is what we are doing specifically for those people that are in training. It's only when we are doing our normal choir rehearsals, we can now say, oh, this is what you are to do. Maybe like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you understand?
And that's absolutely, and that's why I was coming to faith, because at the end of the day, everybody or most people work.
Yeah.
Right. So it's the same time sort of that you're trying to fit in everything. So as a director, do you have that patience to carry somebody?
I do, because if I don't, I'm not sure I'll still be their music director for over 3 years now. And every time they do hand over, they keep calling me and in fact, I'm praying they say they shouldn't call me anymore because I'm very patient with them, and it takes the grace of God. Because you're in a country where there's a working system, you have bills to pay, you have to meet up with your shift and all that. So you can't be pulling people here and there. You need to be in choir rehearsals, and then you fix the rehearsals. You as the director or leader, you're not there. They won't come next week because they've actually pulled out of a shift, or maybe they are asleep that they are meant to be sleeping. They came in and nobody was there. There's no good structure or good directing. They will not come. So it's something that has costed me my own time, my own job, and my relationship, and it's still costing me. But you just have to be patient and pray for the grace of God.
It's amazing. Yeah, and for you people that are always straight-faced, what if I can't stick for ordinary self?
You see, so this is the problem, right? The problem now is that for us, for us, it's more of commitment, not from the units. It's from the individual, because it's for technical media. It's very easy for you to learn. Do you understand? And why do I say it's very easy? Because every time that you come around, we put you in a place to watch. You understand? Look, watch, experience whatever it is that someone else is doing already.
Okay.
Now, we can now plan that, on one of the Saturdays, we're coming to do test shots or test videos and all of those things. Now, the individual or the person in question, if you are willing, do you understand? If you are willing enough to participate in all of those things, it's very easy. Because on Sundays, you have how many hours? Imagine you standing with somebody for 2 hours, just looking at what the person is doing. There's no way, do you understand, that you not learn something? It's not like I'm not singing. I am actually watching. So yeah, it's different for us.
Okay, and so it's still with you. On a different angle. You understand. I would believe that you understand a lot about how algorithms work.
Yeah.
And generally social media.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of Christian influencers that we have today, social media and all of that, do you think that a lot of them understand how technology works in terms of what to do to gain that visibility? They understand that to push what they're saying more than understanding ministry.
See, honestly, a lot of people online right now, they are just as the spirit
Going with the flow. Go with the flow.
as the spirit leads. They open IG and the first thing they are saying, this post looks nice. Let me recreate it and post. So you're not even targeting
Your audience.
You're not targeting your audience. You are not being strategic. You're not thinking through the whole process.
Yeah.
Now, you in terms of reaching out, do you understand? In terms of reaching out, I feel like everything should be in a structured way. I was attending one class one time, or one social media, something about reaching out and the speaker was talking about how you can't just post anytime.
Yeah.
You can't post anything at any time. Everything needs to be structured, everything needs to be timely, and everything needs to be purposeful.
Yeah.
Now, that is the first aspect of it. What's the second aspect, please?
The second aspect was, do they understand how this algorithm and tech works more than?
I've already answered that. Ministry on its own, they just, I'm a child of God. I want to climb, or I want to mount mic and sit in front of tripod and just speak on relationship, Christian relationship, speak on something that is about Bible, and just pour it out there.
Yeah.
You see somebody getting 2 views, 3 views, and they will continue to tell you, just keep doing it. One day,
Millions of views.
you understand? Because at the end, you are already going with the carnal mindset of just trying to get views. Do you understand? You're just trying to get views. There's a kind of content you put out there, and when you see the people that have watched your content, you are satisfied, because those are the set of people you actually
Targeted, yes.
you actually want to reach out to.
Yes.
You don't just want to post and you see 1 million. Yes, it's fine if it happens. It happens. But what gives that fulfillment? Reaching out to the right set of people. And the simple answer is they don't know.
And that's true because, talking about fulfillment and when targeting the right audience and people, it's happened to me a lot of time. And sometimes I just post random posts and I might just wake up and in my thoughts, this is what is I'm processing in my head. And I'll just make a post, create it and post it and just leave it there and come back. And the next thing I'm seeing people sharing it. There was a time I made a post, I think a few weeks ago. I came back from work. I was feeling very agitated. I was like, why is the rate of abuse going on and on? And I just left a post about abuse. Do you know 25 people saved that post within how many minutes? And I kept getting notifications, people reposting it. It was something I did not even plan. I just got a picture from the internet about what abuse is and what abuse is not, and chipped in one or two from mine. And that post people kept sharing. I was like, wow, that means my audience at that particular time, they're actually going through something.
From there you can keep track of the people that are following you, and if you want to reach out to a larger group, right, a larger audience, you already started a process. And the way the algorithm works sometimes is that if you've already started a particular kind of content, you don't switch. And you don't switch anyhow. You can switch, obviously, but you don't switch anyhow. Everything has to be strategic. There's this guy, this Kaluz, I can't remember his name. This guy that used to wear some funny tie and speak about like motivational stuff. You don't see him just post anything. That's all he speaks about. And the thing is to make him go viral.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because he has his target audience. If he goes out of that script,
it will drop. So, okay. So we've gone into going viral. It's with algorithm. Putting the way that I being, somewhat obsessed with, because I think there is also, as much as we want to be out there, there's also the points where you can get obsessive. So I'd ask you, Tochi. So if, let's say, a church or a unit or someone, a gospel musician, artist, anything, do you think it's okay to you don't want to go from scratch, buy a page and go on? Is that obsessive or is that okay?
I think that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. As far as the page is what you do. You can buy it for, I don't know, the fan base or whatever. That shouldn't be bad,
Okay. And it doesn't look like
you do it for the fans.
It doesn't look like, why didn't you wait for the Lord to grow it?
If you have the money, you better buy the page.
How does the Lord grow you if you're not the one pushing yourself? Will God come down to grow you?
That is a step now.
Exactly.
Is that not?
Please. Which organic?
Organic.
They say faith without work is dead.
Exactly.
Let me use that scripture to balance it. If you want to grow and you have the means to grow, do it.
Yes.
If that's the kind of growth that you're looking for.
It's the first already.
Yeah.
Now you can now either increase. It's just like going to go and get talent. They give you 1 talent. They give another person 2 talents. They give another 5 talents. You use your 1 talent to buy 5 talents. Then from there you continue growing.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, so this new, I think I'll go back to John. So this new generation of, Christian influencers, for you, there might be, there might not, but has there been situations where there are things you love to do, but you will not, or you can't do them because of maybe faith or something? And I think this is going back to the conversation having before. And I can speak for myself, and it may still happen. I'm someone that I like patience very much. But sometimes, and I'm not saying I'm not sticking it up. Sometimes you are a bit restricted because you don't want to be talking to somebody and spending 1 hour explaining.
Yeah.
It was sadly naked. So has there been anything where had to?
So first, let me just give small gist. So I grew up from a Christian home. From very, very little, we started going to church. I did not even know what Christianity was. I just said that you have to go to church, you have to go for vigil, you have to go for all of the church activities.
School me.
And when I got to like secondary school, it was like mid-secondary school that I actually got an encounter for myself. Like, you've not given your life to Christ. You have just been going to church. Do you understand? And I gave my life to Christ. And from there, throughout uni, you know, being a good boy and everything, just trying to... I've not been in those situations of, you know, actually experiencing life until NYSC. See, if they talk about all the forms of temptation in this life, is it the drinking? Is it the smoking? Is it the whatever it is? Just name it. Because I was far from home, so I had the opportunity to lost.
Yeah, explore.
And I was like, because I don't know if it was just my person, and this is me taking out Christianity. Most times I don't like, you know, because most people spiritualize things a lot. This is me being me. I'm not being a Christian or anything. I'm giving that opportunity to actually explore. Let me use that word. And I'm finding it difficult to do those things. Do you understand? I'm finding it difficult to do those things. And I'm like, what's going on? Is it that I'm not interested in them, or is it that I just don't want to? So I asked myself those questions. But having said that, now fast forward after NYSC, I'm back to my zone. You know, people around me are helping me to, you know, grow spiritually. And bringing that even up to now, I think the simple answer to that is my person. I think is way beyond spirituality. Is as I said initial time, is now morals for me.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for me to engage in some of those activities. So it helps my spiritual life. Do you understand? It helps my spiritual life. It helps my growth spiritually. So simple answer. I've been in situations to be like, you know, try all those things, but like personally, it doesn't just... It's not just there.
It's the water. And Faith, I'd like to ask, I am your view on this. Do you think the church celebrates talent more than character?
Well, I don't really think so. I don't really think so, because then I mentioned relevance before. And are you there in church to be worshipped, or you're there to reverence God? If you want people to reverence you, or want people to see you as someone that is very important in the church or in your team, you have already made that conscious effort to have a personal relationship with God. People have to see that relationship first before they can take you very serious. So I don't really think the church plays talent over character, or how would I put it? I feel character should come first, which is the morals John mentioned. If character is or talent overrides character, then I don't see it as a Christian gathering or anything, because you're just seeing people's gift and talent and just using it, and you don't care whatever is going on behind the scene or whatever they do in their closets. So go on.
I like what you said. As
Thank you.
They place character over talent, and I think that is our major issue. You know why? Because a lot of people fake it in church. So I come to church and I'm like, understand, I'm trying to be all gingered, all nice, all, oh, I can do this. Oh, no problem. Let me help you carry your Bible. Let me help you do this one. So they'd be like, this uncle, this auntie, very nice. But I mean, what are we trying to preach? Do you know, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just bringing out that aspect of it, that we look at people, the outward, you know, presentation that they give to us, and it costs, I will not say the church, but the body itself issues, because those people, if you entrust certain responsibilities to them, they don't perform, because at that point they've already eaten too deep.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think maybe it's something that you need to.
I'm looking at, I get this angle, but the other angle I'm looking at is from, should I say it?
See.
So the other part is, I think sometimes we in church we have a common knowledge of what we believe in, which is the gospel.
Yeah.
But lifestyle wise, we are different.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we might know little inside
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah.
And there are some that are inside gist, there are some that are
Outward.
and it's not right.
Yeah.
But we just sit by ourselves. It's possible. So I'm talking about a situation where somebody is gifted, and nobody is denying that.
Yeah.
But also in this open, what do you say now? But also in that lifestyle.
okay. I get
The
it.
person is very
Relevant in that.
to there.
Yeah.
Just then.
Like, for example, now, if Tochi were to be a bad boy, clubbing and everything, boy,
And everybody knows.
knows.
He uploads it on his
And boy is a dedicated drummer. He was like,
Still use it.
still go.
The first and first service. Yeah, that's why I said, are you in church to reverence God or have that relationship with Him, or you're just there because you're relevant? And if you can deceive yourself, that means you allow the church to also deceive you, and likewise other people can deceive you because they are just there to derive and benefit from your gift and talent. They are not there because your character is very pleasant and palatable to other people. Yeah. Get you out?
Well, ideally, character should be above talent when it comes to this matter. But there are many instances when talent is picked over character in this issue. For example, there are some similarities that, like they don't worship or they don't believe in God or stuff, and they come and they play and they go. There are a lot of disasters. And in fact, we would like them to cause that because they're good.
Yeah.
So because of that, we glorify talent above character. But in the long run, or the ideal situation is for character to be above talent, because God does look at the character.
No, I disagree, because at the end, right, you don't want to judge somebody based off on what, because the person legit might be struggling with all of these things.
That's what I'm saying.
Where is if we say struggling, for how long is the struggle?
Well, I don't now know, but you will not say, but you will not say because somebody has a kind of lifestyle, the person should not be given opportunity to actually do stuff in the church.
Sorry to comment. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying ideally, character should be, which means
Okay.
Yeah.
Ideally.
God look at their hearts, from the inward to the outward appearance.
Yeah.
But there are many instances when talent comes first that we see that we God glorifies the talent more than the character.
Yeah.
Then to what you said about growth, someone that's talented that doesn't have the character can also come into the church and they can be nurtured into having a good
character.
That's also possible.
Thank you.
True.
Yes, we can agree on that.
I've seen situations where it's becoming norm.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody, okay, no problem. Just one or another, it's into the little parts where it's like, okay, if this one is brother A or sister A are doing, like nobody's saying anything, then it's fine. Then it's like a side. You're not encouraging it.
Yeah.
But the silence can also be like
checkbox.
Just because they are very instrumental to the church. Anyways, I think we would have to close the in a bit. But I think what would you say to someone who is really just starting off now? I think I'll start with Joy. Do you wake up one day and say, I want to be an influencer? Or is this something that just...
So, me, I'll
Is there anything like a Christian influencer?
Oh, no. There is, yes. I would say yes. So, I will first start with what the Bible says about train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is...
old,
you will
not depart from it.
Now, there is something that by default comes into our heads when we see, when we observe things, most people that are influencers right now, they didn't just become influencers because they felt like they saw the lifestyle of these influencers and they wished, do you understand, for that to be their own life. Now, I will not say you wake up one day and say, oh, influencing is what I want to do. Do you understand? But, and when Faith was talking about, you knowing what you want for yourself, how she will come up one day, she thinks of something, of an issue, and from her heart, she speaks about that issue. You are trying to reach out to a crowd. Do you understand? Now, you are not going to just tag it as influencing. You are tagging it as you are reaching out to people. But people that call themselves influencers, they know what they are going there for.
Yes.
Do you understand? There is a different agenda for it, but it's a different thing if you are reaching out to people and you are speaking to them on issues that's most likely will go around and is being experienced by all.
And Tracy, one of the things you do majorly is to help young people uncover their talent. And that's also about the next generation. So what would be your advice or thoughts to someone who is just, starting off music?
Okay. My advice would be for them to have firstly a mentor, a music mentor, and when people talk about mentor, you don't have a generalized mentorship. If you're into music, for example, you have to have a mentor in music. If you're into this career path finding, you have to have a mentor in that career. So it speaks a lot who your mentor, who you're looking up to. And people use the word celebrity, but I don't use the word celebrity. I only use the word people who have gotten to the stage, because I don't believe in that word. I believe in mentorship. If it's something that you have to pay for, mentorship classes, pay for it. It's expensive, I know, but it's going to pay off. Then listen to people that you think are your music models and try to sing like them. Try to do exactly what they are doing sometimes and find your path. Is it Afro music? Is it this? Is it that? Just find your path and be consistent in it and pray.
And Toshified, finally, but not the least, definitely, for someone who is, just starting off in music generally or instruments or whatever, what would your initial, or let's say, advice to them be like, especially when, for someone who wants to, be making big, is there quick fix? Exactly. Someone who just wants to be out there, just want to be low.
For a Christian influence, I was out there early.
Exactly.
And instrumentalist, well, I was out there early. I don't know, because God is person that puts it out there anyway. But of course, there's the artists with personal efforts. I mean, if you obviously want to, for example, be an instrumentalist, you have to take classes. You need to learn. You need to play. You need to rehearse. You need to play a lot.
Do you have a drummer?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a drummer?
I have a drum fan, not a drum set, no.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do practice at home. I do practice with my tone drums. I do teach people to actually how to play the drums. So, well, for someone that wants to go in that line, the first thing is practice self-development. The talents, yes, and the character as well. That if these two things are aligned, and let's say you're pursuing to be a global star, the opportunity will present itself, I believe.
Yeah.
So just keep on working, keep on developing yourself, keep on going for gigs, keep on putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
Step by step, you definitely get there. So personal growth and
It goes together.
Yeah.
Of course,
that's a character.
absolutely. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Frey. Thank you, John. Thank you, Tochi. And it's been a wonderful conversation. And please remember to follow us and engage with all of our posts, the Thread Podcast, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And until next time, I'm your host, Success. See you. Bye.
Clock it.